weeks ago,
It's the 2K Sports Pregame Show, brought to you by Kia.
Hello, everybody. Ernie Johnson here with Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Great to have you with us on 2K Sports. And our coverage tonight will be coming to you from Sacramento, where the Kings will be going up against the Chicago Bulls. For Chicago, they are clearly amped up for this one and determined to have a strong showing from the get-go. They feel this is a game they can win and want to establish that pace early on. And DeMarcus Cousins, one of the big names in the game tonight, a dynamic talent, but can be a loose cannon at times. Is he his own worst enemy at times on the floor?
Yeah, he's way too prone to getting texts and getting tossed from the games. Too talented to let himself get kicked out that often. Come on, cuz.
Well, I'll tell you, all of the kicking out, all of the struggle mentally at times, this guy's talent is unmatched at his position. If you match that talent with a slightly better attitude, he may be one of the all-time greats. You don't think so?
Huh?
Okay. Might be one of the all-time greats. I'm just saying. Attitude plus talent, all-time great.
You might as well end it. Go ahead and end it.
Yeah. Time now
Superman would be in the building.
Time now for tip-off. Kevin Harlan, take it away.
And thanks for tuning in to the NBA on 2K Sports. Hope you're enjoying your Friday afternoon. I'm Kevin Harlan, joined by Chris Webber and Greg Anthony. David Aldridge is our sideline reporter. Sacramento Kings here at home in an interconference matchup. Should be a good one. And before the game gets started here, let's go to David Aldridge, who spoke with Dave Yeager. Dave.
Well, guys, when I asked him what impressed him the most about today's opponent, he immediately referred to the explosiveness on their offense. He said they have so many different ways to hurt you that it's impossible to take away everything. It's just about damage control. And he acknowledged they've got a big job to do defensively. Back to you, Kevin.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And when you look at these teams, both very tough on the glass.
Oh, yeah, high effort, high energy. They sharpen their elbows for this one. It's an inside battle.
Yes. And it's going to be the Bulls off the tip. Let's check out Chicago's starting lineup. Rajon Rondo is out there with Dwayne Wade. Then there's Robin Lopez. Then it's Taj Gibson. And it's Butler in at the small forward position. And Lopez throws it down.
And the precision lead pass by a highly skilled playmaker.
On defense, the Bulls. Outside Collison. Dishes it to Cousins. 1:29 left in the first quarter. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
Big boy strength right there, Kevin. Big boy move from Cousins right there. He feasts off of contact when he's coming up with a shot. And it's no doubt that Cousins is one of the premier big men in this league. I mean, look at what he does in every facet of the game. He can do it all. He's arguably the best center in the league right now, and he's still very young.
Butler on the way. Back to Wade. And it's Sacramento with the rebound.
Oh, tight defense being played right there. Got right up on him and forced the miss.
And you know what? That won't show up in the stat sheet, but showing good anticipation. Doesn't get the block, but pretty much had the same effect.
Here's Rondo after Darren Collison's bucket. Rondo kicks to Wade. Lopez dishes to Rondo. Count it.
And he's starting to get what he wants here early and often. Nice move.
Oh, this could be an early sign of an explosive game for him. You have to keep your eye on him if you're the defense.
Now here's Collison. He kicks it to Cousins. Takes the 13-footer and a little luck that time, but it drops. Cousins has got 5.
Yet another part of Cousins' game that he's improved. He looks very comfortable attempting any mid-range jump shot he gets.
We've got 22 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Here's Lopez. Misses the 3. Now here's Collison. Shoots from 14. No good on the buzzer beater. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Kings lead by 3. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. And a guy who seems to improve every season, Jimmy Butler. He spoke with us about one of his biggest surprises.
It's crazy because I never thought that anybody would be preparing to guard me night in and night out. But they do. I have to learn to cope with that and still find a way to be successful on both ends of the floor. And it's a learning curve for me also, but I'm figuring it out.
And hard to doubt the dedication of Jimmy Butler. He's found a way to overcome obstacles at each important point along the way.
You know, he's a self-made player. And if Butler can stay healthy, boy, the sky's the limit.
And welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. More action in store as the players get ready to go, having a nice break to get hydrated with Gatorade. And looking at what we've seen from Sacramento so far, guys, what do you think?
And we've really seen them get out and establish a real nice rhythm offensively in this game.
Yeah, entering the game with a terrific strategy. The guys are working together, feeding off of one another. That's being reflected in the stat sheet and in the score.
They've got Caspi. Collison is out there with Garrett Temple. Then it's Matt Barnes. And it's Koufos in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Kings. Now, here's Grant. Felicio, the pass to Grant. And Mirotic kicks to McDermott. 4 on the shot clock. Chicago needs to get off a shot here, and they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. McLemore's checked in for Darren Collison. Kings leading now by 6.
And really, you got to commend the Bulls for the success they've had in the draft. You look at that roster, you see a ton of big-minute players who were drafted by the Bulls. They've done a great job of finding players to fill roles within that team.
And the recognition of McLemore, a team-oriented player who is always looking to dish the rock.
Passes it to McDermott. Here's Felicio. Here's Grant. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. And with the Bulls and their draft success, a lot of it has come with picks, Greg, later on in the draft.
Yeah, the last lottery pick the Bulls had was Derrick Rose. Not a bad one there. But since then, they've drafted or made trades on draft day to find a ton of rotation players. Give a lot of credit to their scouting department for their continued success.
Catching up on the changes for Sacramento. DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for Koufos. Cauley Stein comes in for Caspi. And Rudy Gay is subbed in for Barnes. Here's Temple. They lead by 8. That's the biggest of the game. He feeds it to McLemore. And the lead now, double digits on that bucket.
That's the kind of player McLemore is. He is always thinking of shooting as soon as he gets the ball off the pass.
Grant outside. Feeds it to McDermott. Back to Grant. Mirotic, the screen. Looking to end the run. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. Bulls shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one. The first one falls. He hits one, then misses the second attempt from the free throw line. And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. Collison for 3. Up again. And so that's the end of the first half. It's Sacramento up 9. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, Kevin. Alongside Dave Yeager, Coach, how do you keep up the defensive pressure and slow down their offense?
We got to just try to keep them in front of us and shoot jumpers, and then no second chances.
Rebounding is your team's strength. Thanks, Coach. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And we hope you've enjoyed our first half of action. I'm Ernie Johnson welcoming you back. Shaquille O'Neal is right there. Kenny the Jet Smith is right there. And this here is the halftime report. A pretty close game for the Kings throughout the first quarter. They were unable to ever build a big lead in the first period, with 3 points being their largest cushion. In the second quarter, they made it look easy. They played well at both ends of the court, and suddenly they're sitting on a 9-point lead here at halftime. Shaq, how did you think the Kings were playing?
In simple truth, they just got hot. Didn't matter what the defense was doing, Ernie. They were definitely able to rise above it. Even the tough shots. Did you see that one shot? I don't know how they even went down. They can carry this over to the second half. It's going to be hard to beat them, boy. Woo-wee.
And now, Kenny, let's get your opinion on the Bulls.
Well, they need to generate more points in the paint. The defense knew all along that they were going to shoot that jump shot every time down the court. There was no diversity in their offense. No one was able to figure out different things that they were doing. Very predictable offense, and I think that was the difference.
That's it for now, as the second half is just about ready to go. We, and I mean the three of us, will be right here after the final buzzer.
A nighttime glimpse of the Tower Bridge, one of the landmarks here in Sacramento. Welcome back, everyone, to the capital of California. And the third quarter about ready to get underway. You have to like what we're seeing from Darren Collison.
Just a quality performance, and we do expect to see that from him, and he's always setting the bar high for himself. And sometimes I think we just kind of get numb to how good this guy really is.
Success breeds confidence. You can see it in his body language. He believes in everything he's doing right now.
Chris, you're a Detroit product through and through. Grew up in the area and played for the University of Michigan. Did growing up in Detroit impact at all how you played the game?
Oh, man, definitely. Growing up on the west side of Detroit, everybody in Detroit were Pistons fans. So, number one, that influenced me a big time. It's funny, Isaiah was my favorite player, and after he won the MVP a couple of times, he would always say, "Hi, Mom. Hey, Mom. Hi, Mom." So that's why after every game, I actually did it. It was influenced that way. And Chuck Daly, he was a mentor to me. He knew me in high school, but as I grew older, his relationship meant a lot to me. So I can't thank, Isaiah and Rick Mahorn. I met those guys in high school. I can't thank them enough for their positive influence on me. Guys like John Sally and of course, Joe Dumars. So played for other teams, but as a fan, I always grew up a Pistons fan.
Like that. Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. So the Bulls 5 right now. Jimmy Butler is out there with Taj Gibson. And it's Rajon Rondo. And there's Robin Lopez. And it's Wade in at the shooting guard position. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, it was controversial in Chicago, but the Bulls hired Fred Hoiberg to replace Tom Thibodeau. Hoiberg played for a decade in the NBA, and at Iowa State, he was the fastest coach in school history to reach 100 wins. In Chicago, guys, it seems he's loosened the reins a bit, giving the players a little more leeway to shoot with confidence and air it out offensively.
The players have responded. Thanks, David. Here's what Sacramento's going with right now. Caspi, he's checked in for Cauley Stein, and Matt Barnes is subbed in for Rudy Gay. And the Bulls making a change also. Mirotic is checked in for Taj Gibson.
Yeah, outstanding job there of taking the harm and still able to finish.
And McLemore, he's checked in for the Kings.
And another disappointing season for the Kings last year. They fell out of the playoff race early on. They just couldn't keep pace with the rest of the conference.
Now here's Wade. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line.
Shooting one.
That's going to send Robin Lopez to the line. It's on DeMarcus Cousins. And while the Kings were improved last year, it didn't seem like they made much headway towards their ultimate goal.
Well, right now, they seem to be lacking a direction for the team. There's an air of uncertainty about who they want to build around. They will need to answer some hard questions in short time.
Aflalo dishes to Casper. Good ball movement here by the Kings. On deep, McLemore. Good on the triple. McLemore's got 5.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
And the first time out of the game called for Chicago.
Now, what I like about Omar Casper is that he gives you a little bit of everything when he's on the floor. He can hit the 3, attack the rim, and he scores in transition. He always finds a way to bring something that the team needs.
Sacramento making a switch here. Temple's checked in, and the Bulls making a change here as well. Valentine's checked in. Now here's Valentine. Here's Rondo, 6 to shoot. And the miss, not the best shot selection there. Kings leading now by 19 points. Here's Temple. Pass to Cousins. Tries it from the top of the key. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
Yeah, now they are firing on all cylinders. That shot puts 3 more onto their lead as we head to the 4th.
And now let's hear what head coach Dave Yeager was reviewing with his team.
Stay aggressive, keep them moving. Don't let them stand and get set up and scheme up.
And that's Dave Yeager laying out the key points for his team over this next stretch.
Yeah, I mean, he really wants the ball and his guys to remain in constant motion. Keep the defense on defense.
Welcome back. Fourth quarter action starting up in what has been a one-sided show. Gay and Cauley-Stein fill up the forward spots. Aflalo is out there with Collison, and it's Cousins in at center. So that's the 5 in the game for Sacramento. Now here's Collison. Rajon Rondo missing his last shot. Rondo against Collison. And here is Cousins. Fires from the corner. That one doesn't drop.
You were shocked when he misses open shots like that. The D should be thanking their lucky stars right now.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Kings.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target. And what a huge standout performance it was for DeMarcus Cousins. Every inch of the floor was his tonight as he came out and injected an energy into every play. Well, they're going to walk out of here with a win and send this crowd home happy.
Well, they have to be pleased with their play here today, and you can bet the fans are pumped as well.
Here's Lopez, and the layup's good off the glass.
He truly has that unique blend of passion and skill, does major damage on the offensive glass.
And here now the Kings. Aflalo with it. Screen by Cousins. Wade brings the double team. Cauley-Stein kicks to Cousins.
When you get the ball to Cousins, he's a workhorse. Really exerts so much energy in his offensive attack.
And that one falls for DeMarcus Cousins. And so DeMarcus Cousins nails both of them. Chicago with the ball. In the corner, Snell with it. Lots of room. And the Bulls tack on 2 more.
The offense has clearly kicked into gear. The question, though, is it just a little too late?
Well, I mean, yeah, that's a fair question. Looking at the clock, it appears they might be out of luck.
Here's Temple. Screened by Cousins. And Temple kicks to McLemore. hits it from three-point range.
I don't want to say they're trying to run up the score here, but they do keep adding to the lead.
Well, what are you asking? Maybe they should let up a little, right? This is just brutal to watch.
So it's the Kings winning this one easily. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they...
The 2K Sports Postgame Show.
Thank you, Kevin. Now it's time to present our Jordan Player of the Game, DeMarcus Cousins.
I don't think anyone has come as far since entering the league as DeMarcus has. Tonight, we saw what a force he's become in the low post. He got all the moves, got the attitude, just a tremendous competitor. And he's got cool hair, too. Not that I'm looking, but it just looks pretty cool.
He shot over 50% from the field tonight, partly because he was in constant motion. He found the gaps in the defense, and that made him get open looks.
And that's it for tonight, but we've got a whole new NBA season ahead of us. For Shaquille O'Neal, for Kenny the Jet Smith, for Kevin Harlan, wherever he might be, and the entire 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. We'll see you again very soon.